This video is brought to you by ProBoxingSupplies.com, where you can get 25% off now, and PowerPerformanceProducts.com, where you can get $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
Spencer Lazara, I'm here alongside Mr. Jason Manley, the Great Black Shark, as he is known. You finally have your fight coming up here, and it gets to be in Southern California against Mr. Jorge Valdez, Bamma USA, July 13th. Talk about the matchup and getting in the cage here, finally in Southern California.
I've been trying to get a fight for the last few months, or longer than that, but stuff falls apart. And it's finally come together, so I'm glad to be fighting for Bamma and Brett Roberts. They're a good team over there, so I'm excited. Fighting a guy who's good, 4-1, and yeah, I'm excited. Always wins by submission, so good. I got to finish it. So yeah.
Right up your alley, though. The guy who's getting wins by submission. Safe to say he's not going to submit you, right?
I mean, you never know, but I'm definitely not planning on him submitting me. So, but yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I just want to fight, So it was originally supposed to be somebody else from Extreme Couture, a wrestler. So that changed, and then just switch a guy, whatever, striker, submission, wrestling, whatever. It's all MMA, so I'm comfortable with whoever they put me in.
How has your evolution come along in the striking department? If you guys don't know, this man is quite the grappler, great submission game. So talk about the evolution there and in the full MMA game.
Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, I've always, I've always done striking, but not as much as jiu-jitsu and other stuff. So I've just started gearing back up recently since I started getting back on the fight hunt. So it's good. It's coming along good. I mean, I get to train with a bunch of guys between down here where we're right now, the main training center, and Gracie Fighter where I'm from. I get to train with a lot of really good strikers, so I'm comfortable with striking. Absolutely.
This man, I'm standing next to him and I feel kind of small. Somehow, he weighs less than me all the time. He's going to make 155 with ease. You're a pretty big guy for that weight class.
I just look big. I'm only 168, 69 pounds. So,
5 of them are in his nose.
Exactly. I just look big. I'm not that big. So guys always say, how are you going to make 155? I'm like, I can't. I'm not even 170. So, it's easy. That's the only logical weight class. Unless I'm a little 145, which I don't think is happening anytime soon.
Well, talk about how difficult. You have so many things going on in MMA. You're always all over the place. You pick up 10 projects at a time. How hard is that to get training in as well as teaching and dealing with management stuff, all sorts of stuff?
Well, it's kind of the way my brain works because I can't just fight. If I just fight, I'm going to go crazy. Because I have to always constantly be doing something. So whether it's working on business projects or whether it's training or whether it's teaching, it all kind of fits one facet of my personality. So if I don't have that, I'm not balanced. I need to have a lot of stuff going on because it keeps me active. And that's the main reason why I'm fighting now is because I'm an athlete. I gotta compete. And if I'm not competing, then life is pretty boring. There's nothing that moves me and excites me. So when I get that date, and I know I'm competing and I got something to prepare for, it just makes it makes life exciting. To get up every morning and work towards that competition. So,
what are the goals then for the fight career? You're a little older, not to say, you're still single and ready, but you're not exactly a spring chicken.
Not at all. Well, I look at it. One of the greatest in our sport, Randy Couture, started when he was 34. So I've been training for a pretty long time, and for me, people say, "Oh, this guy is young," and this guy's old, this guy's young. At the end of the day, there's only so much wear and tear you can put on your body. I don't care if you start when you're 12. If you're training MMA and you're fighting for 10 years, you're not going to fight until you're 30. It's not going to happen, or you're not going to fight at the level that you fought at previously. So for me, it's like I'm just starting out. I fought a long time ago, and I haven't fought in literally 10 years, but I'm fresh. My body feels awesome. I feel like I'm 19, so and I have experience. So for me, the goal really is just I'm all about just action and excitement, and I don't think there's enough of that anymore. So for me, it's all about just showing my style of fighting. and I think that people will be, win, lose, or draw. I think people are going to be very interested in seeing me when I compete, because that's how I always do. So that's all I'm looking to do, is just do the very best that I can do and show people my brand of jiu-jitsu and represent my team.
Yeah, I mean, most people think of excitement, they think of striking, of course, but you're planning to bring a different kind of excitement, and show some solid ground scrambles and techniques.
I'm definitely looking to bring more BJJ back to MMA. So there's not a lot of guys that do that. You got AOP, and you got Husamar Polaris, or Paul Harris. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of guys that are going out there with the mission of just tap people out. And I'm not set on just doing that, but that's what I like to do. I like to tap people out, and I like to do it. I like to do it in an exciting fashion. I like to just, I'm not the guy that's going to come and work for 4 minutes and 30 seconds to try to set up a textbook armbar. That's not my style at all. So I'm going in there and I'm going for the finish from the start. So I think people are very excited to see that.
All right. Little story to close this out. When I met this man, it was down at Alliance, working with Jake Shields and getting ready for GSP, all the Alliance guys, and I'm seeing this guy tapping out all these guys who I know, and I didn't know who he was at the time, and now we've become great friends. And let me tell you, this man, he's a beast. So look out for him. Bamma USA, July 13th. Commerce Casino. Get your tickets. If it sells out, you can watch online as well, live streaming. Good luck against Jorge Valdez.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Godspeed and party on.